Sex is not marriage.
Someone said something about body count.
Oh, I was asking.
Oh, okay.
I was asking about
Okay,
that.
yeah, I was saying like a woman's past matters for a relationship.
Yeah, we were talking about how you think that a woman having a lower body count is of higher value for
100%.
Okay, and then I was gonna ask you, like, what do you think makes a man's body count like OD?
We're not the same. Like a man that has sex with a lot of women has clearly brought value to the marketplace. A woman that has sex with a lot of men has lost value in the marketplace.
Why?
Yeah, I don't like community.
Value in the marketplace in what
Why
way?
does the
Because I
past
know
really
broke guys
matter?
that fuck anything that walks.
You can't just be a person who likes to have sex.
Because here's the thing. If you're a man and you can have sex with a lot of women, you're doing something right.
But it doesn't have to mean financially.
But you're doing something right.
Yeah.
You're attractive.
that make
You're
it
in shape.
right?
You have game. You have something. You're able to bring something to the table. Sex is not easy for men to come by. It's actually very difficult. 1 in 3 men right now is a virgin and or celibate between the ages of 18 to 30.
Well, it's definitely
Whereas for
more
women,
hard for men.
for women, it's easy for y'all to get sex. So therefore, you're not rewarded for having sex. But men, it's difficult for us to get sex. So men are praised for having a lot of sexual partners. This is why the most powerful men since the beginning of time, sultans, kings, etc., have always had hordes of women. But it doesn't go the other way around. And going back to what you were saying, right now, I'm going to answer your question. Men and women are different. We have biological, how do I say this? Goals. Okay, men is being asexual with as many girls as you can, busting nuts with as many girls as you can, right? Spread your seed far and wide. Okay. Women, protect your egg for the best man that comes your way. Okay, so in other words, our mating strategies are adversarial. Shout out to our guy Rolo. We've had deep talks about this. Women, keep their egg for the best guy. Men, spread their seed to all the girls that they can. So we don't play by the same set of rules. So me putting off marriage is not the same as you putting off marriage because you're not able to find a guy and lock him down to commit to you. But me, my job is not to commit. My job is to get as many girls pregnant as I can. So we have different biological urges. So we don't play by the same set of rules.
So you don't have to get married.
I can understand that
No.
perspective.
Pretty much, no.
As a matter of fact, if you look at men that are widely respected, a lot of them aren't married. You look at like someone like Dan Bilzerian and Hugh Hefner, whatever. Why do guys admire and respect these men? Because they have hordes of women that they're having sex with, that they're hanging out, living the bachelor life.
Oh, but they're admired and respected by other men.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Good job, Sid.
No, I mean I get it now.
Yeah,
No,
good
I
job,
get it
Sid.
Yeah, but hold on. They're admired and respected by other men, and women want to have sex with them, which is why they have women in the first place.
So, like, for a woman that's 25, what do you think is too much? Too many bodies?
Oh shit!
No,
We
shit.
have a whole
So we
a
did
whole
a study
portion
with
on
Roland
that.
Tomasi, a whole episode about it, and the chart says it's the chart. It's not us.
This is not us. This is empirical data saying this.
Data saying this from
where?
US Census Bureau and I think Health Center. I forgot.
Yeah, we
one of those. The point is that like
we'll pull up the video
number
real quick.
is
Chris, can you pull it up real
5
fast?
to 6 bodies.
We won't play
is
it.
too much.
Yeah,
Five to six at 25?
No,
That's crazy.
Here's the thing.
Sounds like Sounds like those niggas are delusional.
Here's the thing. They noticed. This is what it is. It was a graph. After 5 bodies, they noticed that the divorce rates went up significantly.
What does that have to do with anything? How does that even
Because
correlate?
it means that the girl gives up on the man a lot faster. Like she's not willing to ride or die. She's like, fuck it, I'm out.
So the more bodies she has, the more likely she is to get a divorce.
Because she
Is it
feels like
correlation?
she has more
Or maybe like
options.
trauma, accumulated
It's
trauma.
just, I
or,
mean,
like,
I mean, we don't make the rules. We just report them. I'm just saying that what they found was the higher a woman's body count number, the higher the likelihood of divorce as well. Sex is much different for men than
maybe
it is for
she's
women.
like, if you don't fucking please me, nigga, I'm out. On to the next one.
Pretty much.
Well, it's not that. It's that the more partners a woman experiences, right, the more she has kind of, how do I say this, a data set to go back on. And some guys, right, might have fulfilled her in a certain way that the future guy might not.
Yeah.
This is why a lot of girls, right, when they do get married sometimes, they get married to a guy that wasn't necessarily the first choice. He was just the best choice at that time in her life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Will Smith.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Jada really wanted Tupac.
Yeah, she did.
Okay. But now she got stuck with Will. He accomplished the security side, but he's a pussy. So now she's out here disrespecting him. It's clear that they're not happy in their relationship. She cheated on him with some 20-year-old. We got the clown world going on.
Yeah.
So
It's August.
now, is that to say that if you have a hot body count over 5, you're never going to get married? No, I'm not saying that. What the studies do show is that
Well, do you agree with those studies?
after 5, I mean,
we've
seen it.
But I think that also a woman that is around the age of 25 and has a body count over 5 to 6 men, that means that, of course, she had over a handful of experiences with different men, different all time. I'm not even going to get into that conversation, but I think that she now embodies the mentality like, oh, I do have options out there. And I think that that's also
Yeah.
kind of a masculine mindset because men think like,
What?
oh, there's other options out there. So I think that people don't like the fact that women that have a high body count kind of have this mentality like, I'm cool with experiencing new things, kind of like how a man can type thing. So I
We're
think
not
that,
the same.
We're not saying.
but I'm just saying,
A
though, I'm
man that
making
has
that like
sexual,
point.
and I get it, but
women are
that's
also
going to inherently
emotional.
make you less attractive as a woman. Men do not value women that have a lot of sexual experience with multiple men.
I feel like a real man doesn't really care about that. though.
And
But,
heads
but,
off.
what
Sorry
would be,
about
but
her.
what would be of greater value if you were messing with a girl that had 20 bodies, right? That means
Yeah.
that she had 20 other guys to deal with before
Yeah.
you, and then she settles down with you and picks you.
I wouldn't wife
long
her.
term.
I
No, but
wouldn't
I'm
wife
just
her.
saying. I'm saying hypothetically as hell.
But if
I'm
she
just
lied.
saying if she had 1 or 2 bodies, you're gonna think of her as more value. But then it's like she
Less
hasn't even had
experience.
experiences with other
She's
people
more
to necessarily.
She's like no life
able to
experience.
manipulate.
No, I'm saying like,
More
how can you
able to-
trust her? Like,
To not leave your ass in the
yeah, how
dust.
can you
Right.
trust that that's like the most valued option if she hasn't even experienced a whole line of other guys and now she picks you? Do you know
So
what I'm
this
trying
is
to say?
no, I know exactly what you're trying to say. This is a perfect example of projecting what females want versus what men want. So to women, a man that has experience is extremely attractive, right? A man that's ambitious, a guy that's been through it, he's been through some adversity. Unfortunately for women, your experience makes you less attractive. I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth. Experience builds men, it destroys women. Okay. So when girls go through trauma and they go through adversity, right? Or they go through a stint in their life that was really tough and they have a bunch of maybe sex or using drugs or whatever, that's going to fuck them up. And it's going to fuck up their ability in the future to be able to lock down a guy. And a lot of guys are going to look at them as lower value. I'm not saying that girls that have a promiscuous past are terrible people. I'm just saying that your marriage prospects go down with the more partners you have.
Maybe.
Because less guys are going to be willing to accept the fact that you come with a past. Women want a man with a future. Men want a woman that does not have a past.
For example, my friend that came on the show, like she's super successful, but she literally can't find a man because everyone's seen them like her getting fucked by other men. So
So
no
do you-
man wants that. You know what
like
I'm
the
saying?
example of
I
in
feel
high school, right?
interesting.
When you're in high school, there's a girl everyone knows she's around town doing her thing with different guys. High school hole, right? Nobody wants her because she's known as the high school hole. But a girl that's not as out there like that is quiet. No one knows her body count. People want her because she's the good girl, so to speak. So
Yeah, and I get and back to what you were saying. You're saying, well, a real man should accept that, right? And
I feel like I don't know, like
Merch.
can you talk to the mic so they can hear you?
Amber.
personally, like I've never had like a grown man really be concerned about my past or like my past experiences. I can understand like maybe women with a higher body count have more emotional baggage, which makes them more like likely to not
Yeah.
commit.
You want me to be very honest with you?
Mhm.
The reason why he didn't care is because he never saw you as a real viable option for wifing up.
Wait, what?
Say that again for you.
Wait,
The
what was
reason
that?
why he
What was
didn't care
that?
about your body count. Again, ladies, you don't have to I can see y'all are in your feelings right now. I'm just
not
telling y'all the
saying
truth about
that.
how men look at girls.
I mean, I don't keep
Chilling.
like
Like,
I've
the
never.
reason why he didn't care or he didn't question you on it or care to care is because he never saw you as a viable real option in the first place.
I mean, I feel like personally, if a man asks me, "Oh, what's your body count?" Like at my age, I'd be like,
so nowadays, right? Most men
Who
or
asked
some
that?
men will never ask you up front what's your body count. They look at your actions, how you
Mhm.
move. They say, okay,
They'll ask around
she's on
too.
these whole activities. I'm good. I'm just gonna smash. I ain't gonna say
Vibes.
shit. I'm gonna just vibe, get some sex, and keep it moving. However, recently there was an interview right with Lil Durk. He
Mhm.
said someone asked him, "Why did you
About
choose
India.
India
Mhm.
over everybody else?"
Yeah.
It was
but
her
how
body
does he
count.
know that she's even being honest?
Look,
Like
look.
a lot of girls put on
Like I
that.
said
Okay.
before, actions can tell a lot about someone without you saying anything. And look, if she's a hoe, who knows? But we're just saying what he saw and what she said matched up, and as a result, he chose her.
As far as he's aware, yeah.
Do you
So-
think?
so-
do you think if
understand,
a woman has a higher body count, do you think that she's more like sexually inclined, like with her like experience and
She's more
talents?
free.
But would you say that the sex is better when a girl has more of a body count? Yes or no?
Honestly,
From
speaking,
experience.
we love hoes, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like yes, it's experience, but for marriage and for kids,
Yeah.
we don't want that.
Remember,
No,
ladies,
no.
we're not talking about, and this is the problem that women have. They conflate sexual attraction with relationship attraction.
Yeah.
Two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Me wanting to have sex with a girl doesn't necessarily mean I want to wife her up.
Yep.
Which is why I tell girls all the time, You got all these guys in your DMs. You got all these guys hitting you up. But how many of them want to take you seriously?
Blue check mark athletes,
But when you-
celebrities.
And
Very
those
few.
are the niggas that we
Very few.
say hit my cash app.
But
Period.
when you
Bruh.
when you wife up a girl, don't you want her to be like at her best
can be
sexual
taught
to
how to-
you?
She
Because
could be
that's
taught.
that's your long,
From
that she could be
experience.
taught.
All right,
Yeah,
let's go into a dream world. All
All
right, because
No.
like women don't want to accept this shit. So
No,
let's go
no,
into let's go
Myron.
into a scenario.
Let's
Myron.
go.
All right, let's go into a scenario.
Myron,
Take
lights
a
up,
watch.
Now we
lights
got
up.
10,000 plus y'all in here, man. So go ahead and like the video.
After this, super chats. 'cause
Yeah.
they've been waiting.
Yeah, they've been piling up. Yo, from this point forward, we're gonna read only 50 and up. 50 and up, guys.
Yeah.
So let's say you go into a car dealership, right? And the car looks awesome, has a new paint job on it. Its fucking interior is all redone. It's custom made, everything else like that. And you go in and you see that it has 50K mileage on it. But then you ask the guy, all right, so what's the price on the car? He tells you 100,000. You're like, wait, what the fuck? That's the full like retail price. Like it has 50K miles on it. He's like, no, you got to pay that. You're like, what the fuck? And then you see someone else come in, get that same car for 20K. And then you see someone else get that car for 10K. And then you see someone else walk in and get it for free. How's that gonna make you feel?
I see what you're saying, but at the same time,
Hold on, stop.
Okay, go
How's
ahead.
that gonna make you feel?
Honestly,
I feel like
Merch.
that's kind of how
Yeah.
like that girl perceives you. Like sometimes that goes back to like the energy. that you
Answer
give.
How
the
do you feel?
question.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel that you're paying full price for a
Simple.
vehicle that other people are getting at
For
a lower
free.
cost, if not for free?
Like I've been cheated.
That's been
It
used.
is what it is. It's
Thank you.
dice.
Thank you. How does that make you feel?
Come on,
I know
Sid.
you want to be a contrarian and to try to disagree, but how would that make you feel that you have to pay full price for an asset that other people you've clearly seen with your own two eyes get it for free or at a discount?
Oh, I would totally. I would have something to say about
I'm-
it.
I mean, your analogy is really good, but at the end of the day, I see what you're trying to do, but we're humans, not cars.
Okay.
Right, I don't
again,
agree with that
again,
at all.
again, again.
Thank you.
I need
Thank
y'all
you.
here.
Thank
you.
Listen,
Thank you.
the problem.
Oh,
this is the
God.
problem, though. This is the problem.
Let's-
You guys only care about the female experience. You don't give a fuck how men think, and I'm trying to tell you how men think, and you guys just don't refuse to accept it because of your feelings.
Facts.
I'm telling you, this is how men view relationships and marriage
Okay.
with women. Whether you guys want to accept it or not, a woman that comes with mileage, baggage, and or a past is always going to be looked at as lower value to men. I don't care what you guys say. Fuck your feelings. I'm telling you how men look at the world. When we go into the car dealership and we're expected to pay full price, which is what? Marriage and the children. I'm going to support this woman. I'm going to give her my resources. The car better have 0 fucking mileage on it or damn near close to if I'm going to pay full price. This is how men view marriage and relationships with women. I don't want to go into the car lots, right? Or this rally meetup with my new car that I just bought. Niggas laughing at me saying, I drove that car too. I drove that car too. How much did you pay? I paid
I
100,000.
put gas in it.
Fucking dummy.
I forgot.
I put gas in it. I drove it for free. So I know you guys are saying, I'm not a car. I'm not an
No,
object.
come on now.
But I have a
Cool.
question.
That's how you guys can feel however you want to feel. But this is how men view relationships with women.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's how it is.
All right.
It's like respect for a man's legacy. Like Will
Yeah.
Smith is all fucked up right now because look what happened.
Because women that come in that have a past are going to fuck up your future.
Facts.
Say that again. Women that have a past are going to come in and fuck up your future as a man.
But how do you exactly know that that woman has a past? Like if it's just some woman that you met and you're genuinely
It's red flags.
interested in her, and regardless, like she shows you that she's genuine, that you guys have like a real connection, like, and she does have a past, like how would you go about that?
So
He's
very
gonna
good
call off
question.
the wedding. He's gonna
So
call off
guess
the
what?
wedding.
In
Call
that
off the
scenario
wedding.
right there, you don't know. Which is why you need time to vet her and see who she is over time. Because people can put on an act for a period of time. But on some level, you're going to see some signs. And at that point, you can kind of assume it could take a year, 2 years, 3 years. Who knows? You just wait and see.
Mhm.
No, just wait.
It's amazing to me how men are totally okay with female standards of attraction, make money. I would like a guy that's tall, like a guy that's confident, like a guy that's ambitious. Men don't complain about the rules. We just understand this is what women
That's
want.
pretty general though.
I either stick to it.
Oh, general for you.
Well, yeah. I mean, women want a lot, but I don't see guys like, over here getting mad at like female standards. They accept it. Like they might be like, oh, that's fucked up or this is annoying,
You have
but
to.
they accept the reality that as a man, I must perform. I must bring something to the table. No girl's gonna fuck with me unless I have a table. Men accept that. But when men say this is what it takes to be attractive as a woman, it's always met with some bullshit. Insecure, small dick energy. We're not cars. We're not objects. Hey, listen, man. I'm just trying to give you guys how men view women and relationships when it comes to wifing up a girl. No guy wants to pay full price for the car, bring it to the rally, and have everyone laugh at him that they drove that car for free.
Unless you don't want to pay for it and she's paying for everything, then he'll do whatever she says.
Simply put, men can't have standards. Women can.
Just saying.
You had a question, right?
Oh, well, I was just curious because, like, if women meet you with the same energy or the same concepts that you meet us with, like, for example, if we were to say, like, oh, if a man doesn't have his shit together by this age, the same way you say a woman doesn't have XYZ by whatever age.
No, they're a loser.
Like, yeah, so if we say the same things about men, it's just like we're childish or we're like,
No.
you know, we feel a certain way.
No.
Never said that.
No, you literally just call me childish when I met you with the same. If I feel like if I were to say, hey, yo, and this is like just
He
in
called you
general.
childish for taunting.
Yeah.
Let's make it clear. He called you childish for taunting and making like weird.
Well, no, I was just like, I only did that because I couldn't interject.
Yeah.
I only did that because I couldn't
Exactly.
interject.
Yeah,
But-
you're being silly.
That's fine. Yeah, I was just
I
waiting.
taught kids. I should know.
I
You're a
teach,
big
I
kid.
teach kids as well, so it's okay.
Stop the cap.
I get it. No, I do. So
Pre-K?
it's okay. So at the end of the day, I'm saying, like, you know, if we meet you with the same energy, if we feel like, it doesn't necessarily mean like that specific point, but say we were to say something that you disagreed with, and you said that I was childish or taunting, like, is that?
Well, the reason, I mean, see, here's the thing. If you're gonna get mad about that, it's because
I'm not
you were taunting when I clearly had stated earlier why a man that isn't married at 32 is not the same as a woman that isn't married at 32.
But that's because you said that doesn't mean that it's gospel. At the end of the day, so I'm saying, like, if we felt the exact same way that you did, right?
Well,
if I said if a man doesn't have a great job and can provide for me and take on the male role by 30, he's a loser, and therefore I should not qualify him as somebody that I can date and or marry, then
none of us would say a word. We would say we agree with you.
Yeah.
Would you really?
If you hypothetically had actually said that, we would have told you I agree with you.
Really?
But here's the problem.
So if I were to say you have a ring on
hold on.
your-
Here's the
okay.
thing. Here's the problem. We understand that there's standards on men and we accept them. You, however, don't like that there's standards on women and you don't want to accept them. I simply said a man that isn't married by 32 is not the same as a woman. Why did I say that? Because it's rooted in biological fact that a woman as she ages is not the same as a man as he ages. Women lose value over time. Men gain value over time if they do the work. If they don't do the work, then they're just a bum that's older.
No,
but if they do the
don't.
work.
Think about it. Like, at the end of the day, like, as a man grows older, his biological clock is ticking just the same. And after a certain age, unless he's pumping certain medications and shit, his dick don't get hard the same. I'm sorry, can I say
Well,
that?
here, no, you can't. But this is why you're incorrect, because the things that make a man attractive take time to acquire: status, wealth, confidence, ambition, maybe some life experience. These are things that make a man attractive. But unfortunately, they're contingent upon time. The things that make a woman attractive don't require time.
Yes, it does, because a woman wants sex just as much as a man does. And if he cannot keep his dick hard for more than 5 minutes, it's a problem. So at the end of the day, after a certain time period,
Let me
if a
stop you
man-
real fast.
Okay.
What does it take for a man to get sex from a woman?
What do you mean? Like, what is it?
What
it
is
take?
required? Because you're going to the finish line, but before the man gets sex, he has to have certain things in place. Correct?
Sure, but if he
What are those things?
even
Stop.
if he does have
Stop.
those things
Stop.
in place and his dick
Stop.
doesn't get
Stop.
hard, it ends
What are
right
those
there.
things? What are those things that are required before his dick gets hard? What are those things?
Well, for me personally, it would take foreplay. Yeah, you have to do the things.
Before
First
you're even
impression.
in the bedroom with this individual doing foreplay, what is required for him to even get you to that point?
A vibe, mental connection, mental stimulation, drive, goals.
All of these things take time to acquire as a man. Thank you for proving my point even further.
Yeah, but if he has all that and can't get his dick hard, best believe that's it.
There's Viagra, there's Blue
So-
Chew, there's ways
No,
around it.
we don't know.
There's honey packs.
You wouldn't even know. Shout out Honey. by the
Honey
way.
packs.
Honey packs.
Oh, yeah.